Today we'll be talking about the top 10 power players in the music industry. These are the top 10 people that I subjectively picked, are really good ones to start with. Go research about the top few who you really enjoyed learning about and read more about, what they have done before, and that will kind of help you learn too what part of the music industry you're interested in. You would be surprised too how often, if you're working in the music industry, you will actually see these people at events. So even if you only really are interested in 2 or 3 of them, I highly recommend memorizing these people's faces and their names. So if you do see them at an event, you are not caught off guard. First off, we're gonna start with Troy Carter. He is pretty iconic in the definition of a music entrepreneur. He is the co-founder and CEO of a company called Q&A, and previously he has been involved in so many different projects. He is kind of most famously known as being Lady Gaga's manager in the early days when she was playing clubs in New York City. He ended up launching a company called Atom Factory, which he was also the founder and CEO of, and that was this management company that he formed around Lady Gaga. Some of the previous people that he's managed include Lady Gaga, Nelly, Meghan Trainor, Lindsey Sterling, and John Legend. A fun fact about Troy Carter, he actually appeared as a judge on Shark Tank in the 7th season, and he is known for investing in other companies, especially in music companies. The second key player that we are going to talk about is Irving Azoff. This man is a legend. You start working in the industry, you will know the Azoff name pretty well. If you are already super into pop culture, you've probably heard their name before. They are a family that is super integrated within the entertainment industry. In 2013, Irving Azoff was named CEO and chairman of Azoff MSG Entertainment, and this was a co-collaboration between him and Madison Square Garden Company. So they own and operate a multitude of venues across the United States. Before all of this, he actually served as the CEO of Ticketmaster, a company that anyone who loves music knows about. And he was also executive chairman of Live Nation. A fun fact about Irving Azoff is his son, Jeffrey Azoff, actually followed in his footsteps in working in the entertainment industry. And he is a manager of a large pop artist. Take a quick guess on who it might be. It is the one and only Harry Styles. Harry is actually on Full Stop Management, which is the company owned by Irving Azoff himself. They also manage many incredible artists, including artists like Lizzo, John Mayer, Bon Jovi, Dead & Company, Maroon 5. Irving Azoff first got his start when he actually managed the Eagles. This is the band he really came up in the music industry with, and he's been managing them for over 40 years. Azoff is also known for being the rock manager of the century. He's even inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Number 3 on the list, we got the iconic Jay-Z. He can do anything and everything he wants to do, and is pretty much successful at everything. Obviously, we all know him from his start as being an iconic artist, an iconic rapper, and really paved the way for a lot of people. In 2004, he was actually named the president of Def Jam Recordings, which is an awesome label to get to know if you don't know them already. They have a roster of incredible talent. Jay-Z has had his hands in a lot of different pots. He has invested in music companies and non-music companies. He started clothing lines. He's created new labels. He's really done it all when it comes to being an entrepreneur within the music industry. In 2007, he actually stepped down as president of Def Jam to start his own company, Rock Nation. And they are another company you're really gonna wanna write down, look them up. They do really creative work with their artists on their roster. All of them include artists, of course, like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Rihanna, Willow Smith. Jay-Z is also known for his own streaming service called Tidal. He created and founded this also in 2007. Fun fact about Jay-Z, in 2017, he was actually the first rapper to be inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. Next, we're going to talk about Sylvia Rhone. Sylvia is the chairman and CEO of Epic Records under Sony Music. She has had more than 4 decades of experience within the music industry. She has discovered and guided artists like Missy Elliott, Tracy Chapman, AC/DC, Metallica, Third Eye Blind, and Busta Rhymes, among others. She is also the first African-American woman to be named chairman by a label that is within the Fortune 500 list. Next, we have Clive Davis. He is famously known for his Grammy party that happens during Grammy Week every year. Usually this happens a day or 2 before the Grammys and is full of the most iconic people you could ever dream of. I was lucky enough to get to work his party one year and helped escort all these artists to and from their tables. Clive Davis is one of the most well-known music industry executives. He is currently 89 years young and is still chugging away in the music industry. He previously ran CBS and Arista Records. He personally gave a record deal to some small artists who have now become some of our biggest names that we know. This includes artists like The Grateful Dead, Bruce Springsteen, Janis Joplin, Aerosmith, Whitney Houston, and Billy Joel. Next, number 6, we have Daniel Ek. He is the founder of Spotify. Spotify was really one of the first companies to come up and really make a difference after the music industry had really imploded from illegal downloads. Spotify was launched in 2008 and currently has over 180 million paying subscribers in 2021. Number 7, we have Rob Stringer. Rob Stringer is the CEO of Sony Music Entertainment. He's originally from the UK and ran Sony Music UK until taking over for the entire company in 2017. He's worked very closely with some of our modern icons like Beyonce, Adele, Bob Dylan, Harry Styles, and David Bowie. One of the biggest impacts he made at Sony was in March of 2018. Sony Music sold off 50% of its share of Spotify and committed to giving that money back to their artists. That 50% of Spotify's share was over $760 million. Next, a competitive label head is Lucian Grainge. Lucian Grainge is the CEO of Universal Music Group. He is originally from London as well, which is pretty funny since they're both taken over. And he's actually worked at Universal Music since 1986. That is almost 40 years at the same company. He has also signed some pretty incredible acts, ranging from the disco queen, ABBA, Katy Perry, Queen, Rihanna, the Rolling Stones, Sam Smith, U2, and Amy Winehouse, among all of the others. A fun fact about him is he actually has his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Number 9, some people love him, some people hate him, but you gotta give him props, it's Scooter Braun. He is one of the most talked about people in the music industry, and he's probably most famously known for his Taylor Swift legal battle. But if you are in the music industry, there's a lot more besides that you need to know about Scooter Braun. Scooter came up in the industry by managing the one and only Justin Bieber. He still manages Justin Bieber over 10 years later. I highly recommend reading a ton of different articles and videos about Scooter. The internet will tell you a multitude of opinions, and I really recommend that you take in all sides of the conversation. And last but not least, we have the one and only Julie Greenwald. She is the chairman and COO of Atlantic Records. She is one of the only females to hold such a high role in the music industry. She has been at Atlantic for over 15 years and has made Atlantic one of the most well-known labels to date. She has helped build some of the mega careers of artists like Cardi B, Bruno Mars, and Ed Sheeran. As you can see from this list, it is definitely more male than female dominated. There is a big gender gap within the music industry, and we hope to be part of that change. With the band, our company is actually a fully led female team. We are excited to bring more diversity within the music industry. So I hope you wrote down 2 or 3 people who you're gonna look up more information about. And if you didn't, look at the chapters below, pick 2 or 3 of these names, look them up, get to know them. This list of names gives you a great starting point on 10 people who you should know about within the music industry. And maybe they can become your mentors from afar. Have you ever wondered, what does a label exactly do? Well, make sure to check out our next video, which is all about what is a label. Thanks for watching.